So the Kenyan High Court has just made another revelation to the breaking news. Welcome to this YouTube channel. In case you are new to this YouTube channel, kindly hit the subscribe bell below because in this channel, I bring you everything that is trending and everything you need to know regarding Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is innocent and he has no case to answer as the Kenyan High Court has made another revelation to the public, and what the Kenyan High Court revealed today will shock you because Tinubu has been exposed. The Nigerian government has been exposed. And despite various reports from the Kenyan High Court to the Nigerian government that this is the evidence that we have, releasing Nnamdi Kanu, the Nigerian government and Bola Tinubu has been adamant on it. Don't forget that in 2022, the appeal court vindicated Nnamdi Kanu and declared that this man is innocent and he has no case to answer. Still yet, he's still being tried in court. Well, there is an exposure I have here for you guys. And this particular report was released by the Kenyan High Court. But before heading into that particular exposure and before showing you what the Kenyan High Court exposed today, there is a video I want you to watch. Why I want you to watch this video so that you refresh your memory on what the Kenyan High Court reported previously before showing you today's reports. Stay put and watch this video. And after watching this video, I'm going to be showing you the full exposure of how the Kenyan High Court has vindicated Nnamdi Kanu and also exposed Tinubu and the federal government of Nigeria.
Kenyan High Court declares the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria in 2021 as illegal. All thanks to God Almighty for his intervention. A special appreciation goes to Professor Lumumba, a Kenyan legal correspondent to Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, as well as Justice Mwita for their tenacious commitment to this cause. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, wishes to formally announce a resounding judicial earthquake that has shaken the legal foundations of the fraudulent rendition of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. In a historic, courageous, and landmark judgment delivered, the High Court of Kenya, sitting in Nairobi, found that the abduction, incommunicado detention, torture, and illegal transfer of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria in June 2021 was unlawful, unconstitutional, and a gross violation of his fundamental human rights under Kenyan and international law. The judgment vindicates our concerned position that what transpired in Nairobi in June 2021 was not extradition but extraordinary rendition, a criminal act of state-sponsored international terrorism involving the highest authorities of the Nigerian and Kenyan governments. We are grateful beyond measure to the brilliant legal leadership of Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, lead counsel in the Kenyan litigation, whose courage, clarity, and tenacity led to this monumental legal victory. IPOB also extends heartfelt appreciation to the Kenyan judiciary, especially Honorable Justice E.C. Mwita, who stood tall against ferocious political interference and international diplomatic pressure to deliver a fearless judgment grounded in law, morality, and constitutional justice. We know, and now the world must acknowledge, that Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime in Kenya. He entered Kenya lawfully as a British citizen. He was abducted in a broad daylight at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by agents of Nigeria's secret police in collusion with rogue elements of Kenyan security apparatus. The judgment held the Kenyan government liable for violations of Nnamdi Kanu's rights, awarding compensatory damages of 10 million Kenyan shillings, a token of the monumental injustice inflicted, but a massive blow to Nigerian false narrative. The court found that Nnamdi Kanu was abducted without any lawful cause. His removal from Kenya was unconstitutional and illegal. The Kenyan government was complicit in the illegal operation in concert with the Nigerian government. This verdict places a permanent and indelible legal stain on the records of former President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria, and former Attorney General Abubakar Malami and their accomplices. It also exposes the criminal lobbying missions embarked on by Nigerian leaders from Buhari, Osibanjo to Tinubu and Shedima, all of whom tried and failed to manipulate Kenya's judiciary to cover up this internationally condemned act of extraordinary rendition.
Kenya files court paper showing there was no official record Nnamdi Kanu left East Africa country for Nigeria. You can now see that the Kenyan government and the Kenyan High Court has now officially declared that there was no official reports that Nnamdi Kanu left Kenya for Nigeria. Meanwhile, don't forget that Nnamdi Kanu left Kenya, or he was illegally rendited secretly. And when he entered Kenya as a British citizen. He registered, the Kenyan government was aware because he entered through a legal process to Kenya. But the Kenyan government failed to back him up. Court papers filed by the Kenyan Attorney General have shown that the repatriation of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria was illegal. This was disclosed by a brother to detained IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu. According to a statement issued by Aloy Ejimako, Kanu's special counsel. The statement reads, in the latest affidavits filed by the Kenyan government in defense of the suit filed by Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, it asserted that there was no immigration record of Kanu's departure from Kenya after his last arrival on 12th May 2021. The Kenyan government, according to the statement, has filed an affidavit stating there was no immigration record of Kanu's departure from Kenya after his last arrival on 12th May 2021. You can now say that Nnamdi Kanu, when he entered Kenya, it was recorded in their system. But up until now, there has not been any official exit on the Kenyan government system that yes, this British citizen named Nnamdi Kanu have left the country. So where is Nnamdi Kanu? This clearly shows that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. He was secretly rendited back to Nigeria in an illegal form. Kanunta stated that the affidavit is an official confirmation that the Nigerian government had contravened the provisions of the Kenyan Nigerian Constitution and international law. In the affidavits drawn up and filed by the Attorney General of Kenya and deposed to in Nairobi, Kenya on 10th February 2022, the government of Kenya attached Kanu's arrival and departure record from Kenya from 17 July 2019 to 12th May 2022 when he last entered Kenya. It is pertinent to note that these affidavits have been drawn up and filed by the Attorney General of Kenya is the clearest official confirmation yet from the government of Kenya that what happened to Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya amounts to crime both in Nigeria, Kenya, and under international law. You can now see that the Kenyan government has now given their final verdicts after reviewing everything that what happened to Nnamdi Kanu in 2021 is a crime both in Nigeria, Kenya, and under the international law. Well, at this point in time, Nnamdi Kanu has been vindicated and there is no reason he should continue being kept in a DSS custody because he has no case to answer. At this point in time, I'm going to allow you guys to tell me what you feel about this in the comment section below. Do well to like this video, share this video, and most importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe bell below so you won't be missing any trending updates.